Right, it is super windy today, and we're using the DJI Mini 3 Pro. Active track, go. We're just going to do a small walk with the Mini 3 Pro today and see if you can use it for cinematic shots, which is the whole point of me having one. I'm going to put it through a whole load of different tests over a few different films and see, if you can actually use it as a cinematic drone. It's got D-Cine-like, which is fantastic. It's got, as you can see, active track, which, makes life a lot easier for everybody. And it's got sensors, so as you can see, it's going around trees and through bits and bobs and, basically making life a lot easier. The fact that you can do crazy things with the gimbal, like face it all the way up, or you can, put it into vertical mode for social media. It's fantastic in 2022. But I'm really interested in the tracking, because the tracking on the Mavic 3, which I have, is a little bit, sometimes it's I get scared because it's such an expensive drone. With this, it's a mini drone. It is not an upgrade to the Mini 2. The Mini 2 is still a fantastic beginner drone, an entry drone by DJI, but it is a completely different monster. I mean, it's for people who like pro drones, need pro drones, and want the quality, because the sensor size is 2.5 times bigger than the DJI Mini 2, which is what makes me happy, because it's not over sharpened. The image is absolutely fantastic. And as you can see, I'm going up up the hill, and it's following me up the hill. Now, I'm not very good at running, and I have a whole load of stuff, but it's nice and cinematic. It does a pretty good job. You can hear the obstacle avoidance going off like crazy. Okay, it's enough of my shorts falling down, don't you think? The gimbal, vertical mode, fantastic. The fact that it can look up 60 degrees, that makes life fantastic. I mean, there are some huge cables here, so I hope it doesn't freak out. But looking up, if you're orbiting a person or a building, is awesome. I mean, that gives you this kind of crazy hero look, and it kind of makes everything look very, very Hollywood. The fact that it only has forward, backwards, and downward sensors, I gotta tell you, is impressive, because it is tracking me right now. And if you've been watching the tracking, it's doing a really good job. It's very smooth, very cinematic. It takes the corners like a cameraman. This might be a little bit problematic for it. Wow. Come on. Come on. Now, that is impressive. The Mavic 3 would not have got through those holes. It is about, I don't know, it was maybe about 50 centimeters off the ground right there. And I'm not worried. I'm not flying a stupidly expensive drone. Well, okay, I mean, it's expensive when you get it with the RC Pro, but if you want to get it by itself, then it's a drone you don't really have to worry about that much like the Mini 2. The size of the sensor, it's not over sharpened. I mean, that is something I love, because my first ever drone was the Mavic 2 Pro. The image out of Mavic 2 Pro was stunning. It was a little bit, distorted, but it was, I wouldn't say cinematic, but analog. It was kind of very filmic, It wasn't over sharpened. It had this beautiful kind of feeling to it. Whereas the Mini 2 feels over sharpened. I mean, it is painfully sharp to look at. It's a beautiful image, but painfully sharp. With the sensor being 2.5 times the size on this, you can see that the image is very, very nice. Using D-Cine-like makes everything a lot better as well, because you have a little bit more, space to edit, to push colors, to push, blacks and whites, and basically make everything, better looking. Now, at the moment, it is on auto because there are no ND filters for this, so you should be using ND filters if you want to fly a drone and make it look pro, just like the name suggests here. Now, getting through here is hard for me, So if this drone gets through here, then I'm impressed. Might have a hard time. Hey, right here, you want to come down? You could try. What if I go over here? It might have a hard time, because that was a difficult space for me to get through. But look, it's searching. It's thinking, what can it do? Oh, let's have a look. Oh, it's taking a route that I would not take. It is mad. Oh, you crazy fool! Oh, oh, okay, that was a branch. I think everybody heard that was a branch. That was insane. Okay, DJI. Subject is lost, but whatever the hell you did was just insane. You guys have got some crazy unable to switch subject function in sports following people. Dzień dobry. Okay, well, I think maybe the dog wanted it. The guy definitely looked like he wanted it, but we're going to go in this direction, just not to, you know, tempt the dog, because he was looking at it. So yeah, I mean, it's a really well thought out drone. The controller is great. It's pretty sunny. I can see everything, even in D-Cine. Like, it'd be cool if they had a you know, D-Cine like to Rec 709, so we could see the image a little bit clearer, how it would come out when you edit it. But yeah, I mean, these are tight spots that I'm slipping through. And let's have a look which way, so I don't get lost. I think we can go this way. We have cinema mode, which kind of slows it down to 5 meters per second, which is way too fast. Just like a few people mentioned, including Philip Bloom. He's mad. He's absolutely crazy mad. Well, as in not as a person, but about the whole idea that it doesn't do 1 meter a second, which it should, because tripod mode was something I loved about the Mavic 2 Pro. DJI, if you could put tripod mode in, that would make life fantastic. I normally fly in sports mode. At the moment, I have it in normal with all the sensors activated. As you can hear, I'm in some really tight alleys, but it's been doing a fantastic job. When it comes to flying it, it's very smooth. It feels fantastic to fly it. It feels a lot smoother than the Mini 2, even though that the sticks are more sensitive. And I haven't done anything at all. And I'm flying it like, you know, just like butter. So I gotta tell you, the controller, don't worry about the sticks. Everybody's saying they're sensitive. They fly fantastically. You don't have to worry about that at all. And as you can see, I can change my framing. So, you know, if I want to have it a bit of a nicer frame, there we go, then that does look a little bit nicer. I'm guessing with it on auto at the moment, it's probably going up to, you know, 1/8000 without an ND filter, but that's fine. Now, when it comes to all the functions on the controller, I've been using them and it kind of switches over pretty fast. It's not super fast, but it switches over pretty fast between photo and film. And, you know, I mean, it's not fully Android. It's not like the RC Pro, which costs basically the same amount as the Mini 3 Pro and the RC controller. But it's a controller that's got a screen on that if anybody's calling me, I could take out my phone and go, yo, what's up? You know, yeah, I'm flying my drone, don't get in my way. So it makes it a lot more convenient. Apart from that, you know, I'm going to be trying out different modes, seeing exactly what we can use it for. Can we use it for cinematics? And I'm guessing their answer is yes, because the Mini 2, we could use that for cinematics, right? We could use it for cinematics. So I'm guessing this, with a sensor 2.5 times the size and, you know, better everything, it's going to be cinematic monster. That weighs 249 grams. And as you know, that means we can basically fly it almost anywhere, depending on the country you're in. And don't do any silly shit. So yeah, generally very happy with this. Oh, by the way, let's try something. Look at that. Look at that. That's me right there. Yeah, I went way too fast, but if I did want to make it move backwards, we can make it move backwards. And it's always a bit iffy because it doesn't know if I'm going to go this way or if I'm going to go this way. And so having it go that way is, you know, it's going to find its own path. Whereas if we go this way, we're basically leading it. So the fact that the drone has trouble sometimes when you're walking towards it is, I don't know, for me it's completely normal because it's not reading your mind. It doesn't know where you want to go. But here, when I'm walking in this direction, it knows I'm walking in this direction. So all it's going to basically do is follow me and watch out for all the obstacles, which, like I said, are pretty close. I mean, they're an arm's length. And the job that it's doing is fantastic. And oh, by the way, this is the one sunny day. I got this drone a few days ago. I've been flying it inside and just doing some crazy stuff with it. But this is the one day where there's sun. Next 2 weeks, there is no sun. So I thought I'd come out, you know, give it a little try and see what it can do. Now, this path right here, we're talking about 1 meter wide, I'm guessing. This is about 1 meter wide. So it's not gonna be happy here. What if we go down a little? It'll go down to its minimum. There we go. Minimum flight altitude reached. Now, as you can see, there is a lot of contrast going on here, but it's also very, very, I mean, that is how wide it is here. You think there's any other drone that can do this so well? I mean, I know you got the Skydios and stuff. I don't really like them. They feel very robotic. They're not cinematic. It's cool if you're chasing a, I don't know, if you're chasing a bike and you don't care about the cinematics, you just want to follow it. But I care about the cinematics. I want this to look good. I want this to feel good. I want this to be something that I can put and use in a vanity film or in a project for a client, you know. So this is very important, testing this stuff out, seeing exactly what this drone can do and how it follows you and how it gets out of sticky situations. You know, that may not be that important, but how it follows you. So if you're turning a corner, I want to know that this drone will do a good job. Anyway, stop. How do we stop this? Stop. Stop. This is also one of my favorite points. Where are we? There we go. That's pretty cool. I mean, it is literally, it's pretty close. And this is what it sounds like, very close. See what we can do now is if we go into the focus, there we go. Now everything's in focus. I'm using manual focus. It's a lot of fun. I love this little drone. There's going to be a lot more coming, and I'm going to catch you guys soon.